Can y'all hear me now? Stupid. Hey. Yeah, today has been a day, boo. Today has been a day. Let me know if y'all can hear me. I guess the episode was an hour and a half long, but my DVR only picked up an hour of it. So I had to try to get the last 30 minutes. I kind of knew what happened because, there was some spoilers out there, but, there's always little nuances that you're going to miss. So let me say this before we get started. We are here for the Big Brother live recap. This is episode 3 of this season. We had a 2-part premiere and then tonight's episode. So before we get into it, and it's not going to be a long recap. Remember, I recap what comes on the show. I recap what CBS shows us. I do not watch a lot of the live feeds, but feel free. This is a live review. If you're catching it live, feel free to drop stuff in the chat. If you're watching the live feeds or you're watching other videos, feel free to let me know what's going on. But I am going to recap what was on the show, what we saw on CBS, okay? So, I mean, a lot of it is stuff that, like I said, we don't need to go through. They let us, we saw everybody introducing themselves, telling everybody what they do and what they don't do. Cedric lied. He doesn't want people to know that he was an intelligence agent in the Marines. Kenny lied. Of course, he doesn't want people to know he's a cop. But for the most part, everybody sort of, I guess, said what they do for the most part. From the beginning, Angela was getting on my nerves. Like, with her introduction, and she was hollering, and she was getting on my nerves, okay? Yeah, so Angela is already on my nerves, which is what I didn't know I didn't know she was going to play this hard, but I definitely felt like there was something about her that I was like, no, I don't want her on my team, right? I think Cheeks has her on her team. So she's got a lot of points out of her this week because Angela is definitely, she won HOH and she's playing very, very hard. So I'm sure Cheeks got a lot of points off of Miss Angela. So we see that Matt and Kenny sort of hit it off early on. Kenny is being very, very cautious, right? Which is kind of to his detriment at the end. Which is part of the reason why Angela says she put him up, because she was like, he's not playing hard enough. I don't see where he's really putting a lot of effort and he's not really playing. But I feel like Kenny is just kind of being like, I want to observe. I want to see what's going on. Matt tried to get him into an alliance and he was like, "Ooh, it's so early." Well, that's how it goes, right? Angela made some comments to Matt about, "Oh, you're cute. You're going to be a showman. You know it. And what I'm also finding out about Angela is that she cannot read the room. Angela cannot read the room. She did not pick up that Matt was uncomfortable. She did not pick up with the fact that Matt was like kind of trying to be like, what do you mean? What are you talking about? Like it's like she just kept going and going and going. You're a cutie. Oh, all the ladies are going to want you. Oh, that you're going to be in a showman. You know it. And Matt was just kind of like, what? I felt like she didn't pick up on his energy. She didn't pick up on his vibe, because she should have picked up on the fact that he was really not here for all of that. He was kind of like, okay, all right. She does come back later on after she wins HOH, and she does sort of apologize to him, but the two of them just ain't hitting it off, because then y'all know I'm gonna be all over the place. So, hey, Patches Boo, hey. So she was just like, she said, well, he said, well, yeah, because I know you don't really want to put me up on the block, because I'll win my way off, and this and this and this and that. And Angela was like, oh, really? Like, I feel like that was a threat, which it kind of was, Matt. Like, I'm not understanding why you kind of took that tone with her, because I would have sort of took it as a challenge and as a threat too. Like, oh, well, if you put me up, I'm gonna win my way off, and then what? And then what? We found out what the 2 upgrade powers were. Now, we know who won them. We knew they didn't know, but we knew It's Quinn and it's Mackenzie. So Mackenzie won America's veto. So at the end, after the veto competition, she can basically she can veto the veto, and she can put her own stuff, her own. She can take somebody off the block. But the twist is America gets to vote on who goes up. So she doesn't get to pick a replacement. America picks the replacement. So it's a wild card, right? So she can take somebody off, but she cannot control who goes up. And then the other one is AI. Hold on, I wrote it down. I think it's AI away. Oh, excuse me. Deep fake, the AI deep fake, which is going to be very interesting to see how that plays out, because basically Quinn will take over somebody else's HOH. Their nominees won't count. It'll be his, Quinn's nominees, and then AI is going to emulate the real HOH and give out false information or something. It'll be interesting to see how that plays out. Like that I hope Quinn uses it, and I want to see how that works. And both of them have the next 4 weeks to use it. So they have the next 4 evictions to use it. So there's that. Of course, everybody is already trying to figure out who has the power, who has the power, who has the power. We saw who the have-nots were. Keno, Tucker, I think Cam, and I forgot who the 4th person was, but I think it's all 4 of them are guys that volunteered to be the first HOH. All of them said, oh, and Quinn. All of them was like, well, we're trying to earn some brownie points, that could come in, that could come in handy later, that we, that we volunteered first or whatever. I'm gonna be honest with you. I have never heard anybody. I feel like Angela lied in the beginning. Did she say she had been married for 34 years? Yeah, she said she'd been married to her high school sweetheart. She's also got 3 grandkids. So, like, yeah, she's 50 years old. But if her and her husband, if they got married straight out of high school and had kids straight out of high school, or maybe before, I mean, it's feasible that she could have kids old enough to have children. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't think she lied. I think that's exactly who she is. I think she's been married to the same man for the last 34 years. I absolutely believe her. And I believe all of that. I believe Angela likes attention because she might not be getting a whole lot. Listen, don't get me started trying to break down Miss Angela. That would mean she got married at 16. I could believe it. I could believe she got married at 16. People get married at 16. And where's she from again? And she from like, where's Angela from again? I don't have the stuff in front of me, but I could believe that she got married at 16. And did she say she's been married, or did she say she's been with? Because maybe they started dating in high school and got married when they graduated. Did she say? Now that's the part I don't remember, Jonathan. I don't remember she said she's been married to the same guy for 34 years, or she's been with the same guy for 34 years. Because maybe they started dating in high school. Because she said that they've been together since they've been in high school. So I believe she's been with him since high school. I don't know if they got married. But again, if that's what she said, I don't remember. I think I feel like she said been with the same guy. But yeah, when she said it, she's got 3 grandkids, I was like, in my mind, I did the math too. I was like, you know what I mean? So, but I believe it. Because to me, that's a stupid lie to tell. Like, if you've been married for 34 years or 30 years, you know what I mean? That's a stupid lie. I mean, people tell dumb lies all the time, but that's just a stupid lie to tell. That's why I say I believe it. It's unnecessarily dumb lie. But so then Lisa is getting on everybody's nerves too. So the people that seem to be rubbing people the wrong way, Lisa is rubbing people the wrong way. And can I be honest? She would rub me the wrong way too. What is up with this edible glitter thing? Like, why do you sell it? Is that your product? Like, are you going to be selling that on Instagram and in the TikTok shop when you get out of the Big Brother house? What is up with this edible glitter? Like, that was in your intro when you were making the little, the hors d'oeuvres, the charcuterie board, and all of that. Like, what's going on? Like, I don't know. She was getting on my nerves. And then why are you rubbing it on me? It's edible glitter. Why are you rubbing it on me? There's nobody here that's gonna be licking on my chest. Why are you walking around the house rubbing glitter on people? What are you doing? She was getting on my nerves. Not animal glitter. She said edible glitter. She was saying it's edible glitter, which again, that's a cute thing to put in your drinks or whatever. But I just feel like you are way too vested in this glitter situation. And I know it's editing. Maybe she didn't say it as much as it seemed like she said it, but it sure seemed like she's been talking about edible glitter since she got in the house. Because even when she did her introduction, she was like, and I bought edible glitter for everybody. Girl, what? So I feel like she sells it. I feel like that's going to be on her Etsy shop or something. I don't know. So we have the first HOH competition, which is a game where each round the rules changed. This is sort of where my DVR cut off. So I got the first 3 rounds. I didn't see the final round. But let me just say this. Here's where y'all be overthinking stuff sometimes. And I'm talking about the Big Brother people. Right, it's too soon to be rubbing all on people's abs and stuff. She was all in the guys. Can I put some on you? You're doing too much, Lisa. But here's the thing, y'all. The lady said, the AI lady, Ainsley said, the first round, you have to pick 3 people and you have to go to one side of the board. It was, it was like a game board. So there were 4 sides. The 2 people that don't have a partner are automatically eliminated. I'm not understanding what y'all was thinking about. Like, literally, the 2 people that did not grab the first 2 people next to them were the people eliminated. What are y'all thinking about? I'm so confused what y'all thinking about. So Tucker and Mackenzie get eliminated first. A part of me feels like Mackenzie did it on purpose because she's got that power and she's not necessarily worried about going on the block and doesn't necessarily want to put blood on her hands. But I just don't know. But I was really like, why are y'all moving so slow? What are you doing? Anyway. And of course, we know Cedric and Chelsea. Isn't her name Chelsea? She can't play. So they were the mascots. Yay. They had a little, they made them put on a little outfit, computer chip outfits and stuff like that. The second round, they had to do the little token and however many points that the team had. They were the winner of that round, and they had to eliminate another team. So they eliminated the team that was right behind them in points, and that was Keno, the girl from Miami, and oh shoot, who was the third person? Cam, I think it was Cam. I don't know. But it came down to the final round, which came down to Kenny, Angela, and I forget who the third person was. Obviously, Angela won the fourth round. It was the 4th round. That's where my DVR cut off, and it didn't cut back. I didn't realize that it cut off. So I was like 10 minutes. I missed like 10 minutes of the episode. I don't know why it didn't pick up the hour and a half. Like, it did. I don't know. But whatever it was on my end. So I have to make sure next week that I add an hour just in case, because I don't know what that was about. But neither here nor there. It picks up with Angela already being HOH and her having to make these nominations. So I missed whatever happened in that middle, y'all. I apologize. I missed it. But I got to the part where people are coming up there talking to Angela about who they like, who they don't like, and why she shouldn't nominate them. Everybody was saying the chef. I feel like I'm calling the chef by the wrong name, but whatever the chef's name is, everybody, felt like the chef was a little funky. Like, don't know too much about the chef. I forgot the most important part, y'all, because we talked about this on Friday. But let me reiterate it. The new rules this year are you nominate 3 people for eviction. There's no more 2 people eviction. Only those 3 people play in the HOH competition. And it's a secret competition that takes place in the AI chamber. And you don't know who is actually on the block because one person gets to take themselves off the block. You don't know who is actually on the block until right before eviction. So it sort of cuts down on some of that gameplay and some of that ganging up on kind of situation, because you just don't know who won and who didn't win. And I think whoever takes themselves off the block, I think the HOH has to not still nominate a third person, so that it's going to be 3 people on the block on eviction night. Now, I don't think that's going to last the whole season. I do think that's going to last for probably about the first 4 to 5 weeks. I don't think they're going to do that the whole season, because at a certain point, the numbers just don't work for you putting up 3 people, 4 people a week. The numbers just don't work. But for right now, that's what it is. And I think that's what it's going to be for the next, at least the next 4 weeks, while everybody has these powers. Repeat what again? The nomination situation? Okay. So the HOH, instead of nominating 2 people, they nominate 3 people. And instead of there being a competition where possibly everybody, you draw names to see who's going to compete for HOH. Compete for power of veto. Those 3 people go into a secret chamber and they play secret, like they did in the first episode where everybody played in secret and you don't know who won and who didn't win. So you don't know who's coming off the block until right before eviction. So the way it was explained, or the way I understand it, you're not going to know who the final 3 nominees are until, I think they said, 2 hours before eviction. Which excuse me, y'all. I'm excited about that, and I'm actually looking forward to it, because honestly, I have not enjoyed the last couple of seasons with this whole unanimous vote thing, and we're going to gang up on people thing, and I haven't liked it. So I think this definitely keeps the spice going, keeps the element of surprise going. I think it's going to cut down. I think it's going to make alliances harder to maneuver. You know what I mean? And I think it's going to increase the gameplay. I think it's going to increase the conversation for gameplay. So I'm here for it. I'm here for it. But like I said, I do not think that's going to last the whole season. But I could be wrong, child. I could be wrong. So Angela, now here's the thing that I did catch this, and Quinn is on my team, and I wanted to jump through this screen and slap the you-know-what out of Quinn. Why did Quinn tell Angela that he had one of the powers? Quinn, why would you do that? It is way too early to be revealing your powers. I get it that you want to work with Angela and y'all are trying to build this alliance or whatever. But and I get it, she's HOH. But that's all the more reason why I wouldn't tell her nothing. Because next week she's not going to be HOH anymore. And now she has a bargaining chip, which is to tell everybody what you got going on. Ain't no way I would have told nothing. Not nothing. Not nothing. Why would you do that? That didn't make sense to me, Quinn. Quinn, that was a mistake. And you're a super fan. You know better. See, that's what I be telling y'all. Don't get caught up in these people that are like, oh, I'm a super fan. Don't get caught up in these super fans. Because these super fans really think they got it figured out. And they really think, oh, I wouldn't do that. Or I'm going to do it differently. Or I know how to do. And they be the main ones making all the mistakes. Quinn, you know better. Especially looking at Angela. Angela is unhinged. And next week, when she does not have any power, depending on who becomes HOH next week, she will be a target. Let's be clear, because she's playing way too hard. See, that's what I was saying when me and Cheeks were talking last week. I was like, I wouldn't want to be the first HOH, because the first HOH has way too much scrutiny, and they get blood on their hands from the very beginning. And if you don't play HOH, if you overplay HOH, it makes you an easy target next week. Like, let's be clear. Angela is the easy target as of right now. Now, we still have, a lot of gameplay to go. But as of right now, Angela's the easy target for next week. Yep. So that was pretty much what happened. We got down to the nominees. Keno, the chef, and Kenny were all nominated. And Angela up there crying and stuff. Girl, you better put your big girl panties on. You wanted to be HOH and you wanted to be the big dog. So put them nominations out there. And you better put it out there with some authority. Girl, put your foot down and keep it moving. All this crying, what we blubbering about? Because you nominated some people. You don't even know them people. You ain't known them but 3 days. What you crying for? But of course, Keno now, he crying. I've been waiting all my life to play in the Big Brother house. And Kenny talking about some, I'm not sure what I did. Why she picked me? It don't even matter. Like all this trying to figure out why. Forget about the whys. Forget about the why. Just put your big boy, big girl panties on and buckle up, Buttercup. Get ready for this veto. I agree with you on that. Bad move, Quinn. Angela is coming across as too much, in my opinion. Exactly, still small voice. Angela is irritating me, and she's been irritating me. I'm not going to tell you. I told y'all from the minute she walked in the house and she was acting like she ain't never seen a house before. Child, she been doing too much for me. And I don't think I really don't think that she's a nice person. I think that there's a side of her. I think she's putting on this grandmother. Y'all saw that clip of her going off on Matt. Y'all saw that clip of her yelling at Matt. But that's all I have, y'all. I believe Tuesday night? Tuesday or Wednesday night. And then, so next time we be back, child. In the meantime, I do not watch a lot of the live feeds, but I do watch like other people I do watch clips of people who do the live feeds. So I keep up with some of the stuff that's going on. So we'll be back and we'll talk about it. Y'all have a good one. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.